welcome to the new episode of What's the Deal with Speal. And this is kind of like where I give you a rundown of what I've been working on. There's a lot of things going on, some new instruments and new experiments, this being the latest. Now this is a 1973 Harmony Stella guitar. These are their folk guitars. It is the H929 model. I just did a big Guitar World article on an appreciation for these guitars because of the birch wood and the blues tone they have acoustically. Well, I had an extra one of these. I always buy these anytime I can find them. If they're for $20, $30, I pick them up at flea markets. Well, I had this 73 laying around, and I really didn't use it for much. But then I had one of these. This is, let me give you a camera close-up. This is a CB Gitty pre-wired pickup. In fact, I'll bring the camera out a little bit, and it's got volume and tone on there. Pull that up, volume and tone, and the 6-string pickup. All of this is wired together. And it's got an output jack. I put that in there. I also run a little wire from the output jack to the tailpiece. It's a, let me see if I can get you a better light there. It's a it's a poor man's way of grounding things. So it'll keep it from buzzing too much. But, I wanted to see what would happen. I mean, these pickups, CB Gitty has these cheap. I know these are well under $20, if not a lot less than that. But it's a very simple pickup. Single coil, very similar to a Strat, through volume and tone and to the output jack. It fits perfectly in one of these old Stellas, and I figured it would give me just a straight acoustic, you know, a little electric. No, it doesn't give me that tone. It gives me a nuclear-powered low-end bass. Now, it reminded me of probably about 10, 15 years ago. There was a big movement happening called the Deep Blues movement. It started with the Deep Blues Festival and with the type of music coming out of Fat Possum Records. There was a lot of punk blues guys that were following R.L. Burnside and those cats from down in Mississippi. And this Deep Blues movement had these guys playing basically crap instruments, very much like this, an old acoustic guitar with some sort of pickup in the sound hole through a blazing amplifier. And that was kind of the big birth of punk blues. That whole movement has kind of faded some. I hope it comes back. But this guitar reminds me of that whole deep blues movement. And it's got that just nasty punk rock meets country blues sound to it. Now I do want to let you guys give you a couple tips. If you're going to put one of these CB Gitty pre-wired pickups in an acoustic guitar, this is very, very important. Do not put acoustic guitar strings on it. I have this strung with, of course, Shane Speal signature guitar strings, but they're electric strings. They are nickel wound strings because a phosphor bronze acoustic guitar string just isn't as magnetic. And the pickup doesn't pull it as much. And what happens is once you get to the high B and E strings, which are still nickel even in a regular pack of acoustic strings, this B especially is extremely loud compared to everything else. So in order to get a good a volume mix from string to string, use a heavy gauge pack of electric guitar strings. The Shane Speal signature strings has this wound G. I love the wound G. It just gives you more slide. But yeah, definitely use heavy gauge electric guitar strings, nickel strings. Other than that, this took me an hour to install, if that. The reason it took me so long is I just took my time with it. I wanted to make sure whenever I was drilling holes in for the volume and tone that I wasn't hitting any bracing on the inside, because this guitar is ladder braced, and there's also an extra strip of wood across here for extra strength. So I had to make sure I worked around that. I had my hand jammed in there trying to feel around. And then just to get the jack in the right place and to feed the jack through, it took a little bit of time, but it was well worth it. So now I have a new guitar, something different in my stable, that if I want that deep blues sound, that low guttural explosion of blues, this is the greatest guitar I could use to do it. So my name is Shane Speal. That's what's the deal with Speal. Coming up next week, I'm going to be getting into this new prototype I've been working on of a broomstick cigar box guitar. I'm still prototyping it and everything. So to keep on updates on all this stuff, make sure you go to cigarboxnation.com and sign up. If you're not a member there, you're not going to get the emails. So go to cigarboxnation.com and sign up. Make sure you like this Facebook page for Cigar Box Nation as well. And keep in touch. My name is Shane Speal. Find out more about me at shanespeal.com. So thanks to the Gitty Gang, and that's what's the deal with Speal.